welcome back to another Master System Monday, guys. So this week I'm going to be playing Quartet. Yep, this is one of these games that I always wanted as a kid, never did get it as a kid. I can't tell you how many hours I probably spent, well, felt like hours, but how long I used to spend looking at those wee tiny screenshots on the back of the pamphlets. And this game was one of the games that I was eyeing up at the time, and don't know why I was just really drawn to this game. It seemed like a fun game, so I'm going to be totally honest and say that I've never actually given this game a proper go, despite always wanting it. I think I got it probably about 2005 or something like that, and never really played it that much. I think the reason for that was because I actually played the arcade version. So the arcade version is an average game, to be honest with you. It's one of these games that needed something in it. It just felt a bit cheap in places, it was a bit repetitive, but yeah, it was a good wee blast. But this one here on the Master System promises to be a wee bit different, so I'm looking forward to giving this a go, digging into it a little bit more and seeing what this is all about. It's a shooting game, so it's a side-scrolling platform shooting game, and the object is to collect a key basically and try and get through the levels. There's a couple of bosses you've got to defeat. The mechanics are a bit unique though in this kind of game, because the platforms are all quite far apart, and there's a lot of enemies that continually spawn and try and get you, so it's well worth picking up some of the kind of main power up that you can find, which is a jetpack. So use the jetpack to get from platform to platform. It makes life a lot easier, I think, or at least that's from the arcade version. Don't know about the Master System version, played it very briefly, but not spent any time in it, considerable time, so I'm going to have a proper go of it now and see what it's like. So if you have got any fond memories of Quartet, did you like Quartet? Give me a shout, let me know. I did also used to own the Mark III version of this as well, and it's got much cooler box art than this, it has to be said. And probably notice what's funny about this though is the box art. The front, the game's called Quartet, so originally in the arcade there would have been 4 players, you could play 4, so it was a quartet, but when it was brought to the Master System it was scaled down, and I don't know, they could have called it Duet, I don't know. But also quite funny, you can see 2 white characters on the front of the Master System box art, but when you get to the title screen you'll see that that is different. So just a little bit of early example of maybe slight tailoring for, you know, the audience in Europe and America at the time. So bit of a bizarre one, but yeah, it's an interesting game. So I'm not going to say any more about that because yeah, it's not what this is about, isn't it? So it's an old game, old attitudes and opinions apply. So take it as it is at the time. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into Quartet. So we're good to go in Quartet now, so there's a title screen. That guy's black! He's not in the game, is he? No. Okay, anyway. Right, so there's your main attack, and you can see it's pretty weedy. You've got a bit of a short range to it, and you know, the interesting thing about this game so far is that I'm scoring points even just by standing here doing nothing. I wonder if you get an extra life at a certain point, and you know, a certain number of points, and I could just like leave myself there to let the points build up all afternoon and get loads of lives. Anyway, let's get going. So I jump here and you can see the platforms are pretty high. Let's just see how we do. So come along here, yep, that's an enemy. Let's just points, I think, you get when you kill them. These things... Oh, I'm getting hit already. It's quite an unforgiving little game. I mean, that's the first obstacle there, and it's pretty tough to get by that, actually. Unscathed, anyway. See how many hits I've taken already. Right, okay, I've got the jetpack now. Makes life a little bit easier. Let's get going. And hopefully I'll be able to just fly to the end of the level. Okay, down here, get that thing. Right, let's just keep going. Collected a star. Don't know what it does, but I've collected it anyway. The clock seems to slow down the spawn rate of guys, I've noticed that. This is actually my second time playing this now, playthrough, because the first time I recorded it, I forgot to turn on the audio, so it was a ultra quiet video. Right, this is quite hard to hit this guy actually, considering what I've got and the range. I found that the bosses in this are really difficult for, you know, the first boss, the first guy you encounter. Especially with this range. There you go. So I've got the key and I can go through the door now. And that's the end of the first level. Mary's back, who I think, is this supposed to be the same character that's in Alien Syndrome? She looks the same. And it's the same kind of game, isn't it? Right, so here we go. Level 2. Oh, got some weird flickering going on there. Don't know what happened there. Right, get going. Oh. Right, okay. And there's something there, it looks like a paper shaker. You collect the paper shaker. Let's give me a higher jump, I think. I'm getting all this kind of flashing thing going on here as well, which is a bit annoying. This is tough. It is quite a tough little game. It's very unforgiving. Oh man, it's actually really quite brutal. I just can't even get time to get through this door here. Right, okay. Being chased by a pair of lips there. I'll get the paper shaker again. Ah, there I've lost a life. Okay, keep going. I think the best strategy in this game is just to try and get the jetpack as soon as possible. Is that water down there? What is that? No, it's not water, it's just the cave floor. I thought I couldn't fall down there before. Okay, oh, so here's a boss guy again. You shoot him. It's pretty hard when you've got this crap range. It's quite a challenge for a young kid. Okay, got the key. So now I have to backtrack all the way to the start of the level now. That was a bad move because I've got this star thing. I don't know what it does, but I've got it anyway. Those lip things are quite hard because they follow you. Oh, okay. Key at least falls down. Jetpack doesn't. It's quite hard to make some of these jumps. Okay, get the jetpack, because I don't want to be without that. It should make my life a bit easier. Have the jetpack at least. It looks like the door's sealed up. Okay, it's not sealed up, it's just the door looks funny. Third level. A bit RType S, I would say. Reminds me of that certain level of RType. Oh man, it's going to make it awkward though, isn't it? Where's that flicker again? It's quite annoying. But you can duck, That makes life a bit easier. Especially in something like this. Got the jetpack now at least. Yeah, you can stop spawning behind me. Oh, the flicker's doing me a lot of damage here. I think there. There's a doorway there, but I'm just going to keep going along anyway. See what's in the level first before I go through the door. Oh, there's a boss. I'm trying to use these as a defensive wall. It's not quite paying off though, is it? The range is just terrible of the gun, that's the problem here. Oh, and that flicker thing's got me killed there. Come on. Is he running away now? I've got to shoot him in the head, or is it going to be anywhere? Don't know at this point. It's quite hard anyway. Oh, he's trapped me in here now with him as well. I'm going to go up here, try and get behind him. Oh no, that didn't work. That didn't work at all. I think it's the head you've got to shoot. Yeah, it was the head. Okay, I've got the key now anyway. Oh. Do you know what, it has to be said, the levels are more diverse than what I thought they were going to be. There's a couple of different styles on each level, it looks like. Oh man, that is brutal, that bit there. I really don't like the spawning thing. Spawning mechanics are just as weird as the arcade version. In fact, they're probably worse than this because it's not obvious where the spawn is going to happen. Is that the 4th level now? It's not bad. Doing better than what I thought I was going to do. Oh, okay. X is right up there at the very start. Just going to go along here. Oh, jetpack. I'm glad they make the jetpack fairly easy to find. The flickering's getting me again here. Don't know what the deal is with the flickering in this game. I think this is one of these games where the best is to try and avoid guys rather than try and kill them. Those seem to be moving very fast. Oh, there's a snail there. Okay, which kills you when you shoot it. Great. Well done. Lost my jetpack. Need to wait till it comes over. Get over that side. I thought it was going to be death by snail there. Excuse me. Right, so these are the guys that start flying and going mental, aren't they? Try and clear at least the bottom one so I can get past safely. And that's brutal. That's so brutal. Have I got any more lives left? I think I'm on my last life now. Ugh. Yeah, I can't see me getting much further in this. This is absolute torture here. Well, after all that, you respawned. Ah. Is it all over? It's all over. I'm sorry, guys. Bit of a lame run there, in all fairness, but difficult game. Maybe there's a trick to a lot of these bosses and things like that, but I'm not seeing it at this point. So yeah, that's game over, man. Game over. So that was Quartet, and it's a fun little game, wasn't it? Not quite as good as some other shooters. Bit different though, isn't it? I can see the actual two-player in the game is cooperative, so that could be fun. I think that probably would add a lot more, a different dimension to the game. You know, if you have two players on the screen at one time doing the thing, and that might account for the amount of enemies on the screen because they're betting on two players. There's so much to handle in this game, there really is. It throws everything at you straight away. It doesn't give you any time to settle in or any nice easy level at the start. So yeah, if you're up for a challenge, give it a go. I quite enjoyed it there. It was tough, but rewarding little experience. So I had a quick look on eBay, and this game, I managed to find it pretty easily for £8. So that's well worth it, I would say. A good little game. It oozes Sega Master System, it oozes Sega of the early 80s. Yeah, pick this up. It's well worth it. So yeah, that's it. Thanks very much for watching again. Another Sega Master System Monday. And I'll see you hopefully next week. Until then, take care of yourself. See you then.